Where we at on your trade?
Or essentially almost break even. Just wait.
You haven't moved your stop yet.
Not yet. No, we haven't done enough convincing yet for me to do that. But we did get another volume spike, random little pump, and that's going to give you a new stop placement if we can really get some closes below there. But otherwise, it's just still really playing that first initial indecision high wave.
Okay. Where's that hourly 10? Kind of hanging out on the hourly 10, yeah? Between the hourly 10 and hourly 20.
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna need a little more weakness in this market. But Woodshed's here, and he promised me that it was coming down. So
all right. Sounds good. If Woodshed is here, then all our problems are solved. All right.
I should get that on a bumper sticker.
Woodshed for president.
Love it.
All right, buddy. We will talk to you at the Pivot podcast.
Sounds good. See you guys.
Hey, just so I don't repeat myself or repeat you, did you talk about the Real Life Trading Foundation effort again? Because we're doing awesome, man. We had a bunch of people pile in from yesterday.
Yep. No, I didn't. We didn't cover that yet. I was talking to the solar panel lady for most of the day, so
okay,
didn't get the chance. But yeah, if cover that again, that'd be tremendous.
Roger that.
All right.
Sounds good. We will talk to you later then.
All right. Take it easy, team.
All right. Good morning, everybody. How is it going? What is happening out there in Traderville? Hope you guys are crushing life, crushing stocks, doing all of that. Let's go see Shawnee. How you doing? Alex, Ivo, what's going on? All right, let's go see what's happening. That's the hourly. I got what happened to my average daily range. Johnny Anderson, Ronnie, how you doing? Oh, Ronnie's still in the house. Man, that is a bonus. We got 347 on the day. 347. All right, looks like we can get up in that 20 area. Yeah, we're going to link up to one of these days soon, Ronnie. We got, let's see what we got on the hourly. Got a nice big old hunkin' engulfing candle here. Volume pretty good, about 7 mil. Yeah, I think we should be able to potentially bump up a little bit higher. Looks like right now. QZs, by the way, SPY, we got a little bit of divergence. So got a little bit of divergence, got a little bit of a trend line right there. Should put that there just for sake of argument. We got that. We got this potential little bit of, was that on the 3 that I was? Yeah, 3 minute. Got a little bit of divergence here on the SPY. Kind of the same dealio on the Qs. We got this little trend line here. Kind of hanging out at. We got a little bit of divergence right there. And let's go check out the hourly. Hourly 10 moving down a little bit. We got hourly 200. Broke above that. So we'll see. I think we should break out of this, punch up a little bit, but I don't know. We got that divergence. So it's going to be interesting. We may be just very choppy from here, kind of in a little bit of a triangular pattern, trying to break out a little bit of continuation pattern down here. But we got the VIX. VIX currently pulled back a bunch. Inverse relationship to the indices. So we got that $16 area. We're looking trying to maybe bounce off of. I don't know. We'll see if we can continue down. I mean, next really resistance wise, we're down in here about the 16 area, which makes a lot of sense. So we'll see if we continue down there or we punch up on this little inverted head and shoulders. Let's move right to the old, where's NVIDIA? NVIDIA right there. NVIDIA, Danny moved his stop down to 451. I'll just move this. 451.29. 451. Wow, you're being gracious today, Danny. 451.29. Makes sense to me. I forgot to go look at, see what Woodshed was talking about. Woodshed, NASDAQ, E-mini futures. Got a little bit of a downtrend, got check, divergence, got this kind of ascending triangle. Yep. Looks good to me, brother Bings. I played PayPal this morning. I was looking shop also. I was thinking either that's going to be the bounce or this 58 area is going to be the bounce. We're well past average daily range, so it makes sense that this could be the bounce here. We'll keep an eyeball on that. I think Danny had a setup, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go back and look at. He canceled shop. I was watching it, it hardly moving. So kind of like that sprint Aereo yesterday. Anyway, we got, keep that eyeball. I played PayPal this morning. Anybody get in this PayPal double bottom? That was pretty nice. Took that for a nice little win. I took that breakout of that hammerish looking candle on the 3. Nice pullback. Man, I hit this. I was using that wick, which was, makes sense, right? 65.50. Hit it to the pinpoint. So we'll look for that. I mean, double bottom. I could see the problem being with this now, it's kind of made big move down, pretty much big move up, 5-0 retracements like in here. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to have any gusto. I think the Q's being at a point where we have potential pullback, we may be coming back down to the bottom, but we'll keep an eyeball on that. Let's see what else we got. Shop is looking, mighty curious right here. Potential double bottom out of here, out of this little support area. Just don't like how the volume is moving, honestly. And to be safe, we would have to have our stop down here. This is pretty big stop for a $59 stock, but we could do something like this. But again, yeah, what are we going to do with the Qs? The Qs and the SPY. Let me see on the SPY how much room we got left to go. Got a little bit of room to go. We got kind of a head and shoulders looking pattern right now. That 3-minute 100. You got the 5-minute 100. All of that putting pressure down on it. This trend line got a little bit of divergence. So I don't know if I want to look for a long here yet. I'm thinking on shop, we may be coming down to this area down here. That target $58 for me is that little wick. If I was bearish, I was looking for a target here below this 59 area, I'd be looking for this area right in there. We are well past average daily range. What's the average daily? $1.75 or something? Oh, 258. 258. All right. Let's go see what we got potential for setups on the bearish side, I think. I don't know. It seems that way. With that divergence, seems like we could pull back to some VWAPs. Looking what kind of room we got in VWAP land. Purple line on my chart is the VWAP. And or being close to the VWAP where we would have a nice short. That VWAP should be right where the VPOC is. Pretty close. Never moved up, but you can see this a little bit of a value area in here. I don't know, man. Everything on a chart is looking mighty bullish, but except for the Qs and the SPY. Microsoft, looking at that earlier. Tesla had a nice double bottom this morning, nice run up, nice retest right now. Got plenty of room on the northbound side. Average daily range coming down. We've been, I think for last week or so, 10 plus, but looks like average daily range coming down a bit. 989. Plenty of room. 989. Nice target up there. Take that off. Keep an eye on Tessie. Let me move. Let me get shop on my other chart here. Keep an eye on that. And I'll get Tesla on my other chart. Keep an eye on that. Let me see on Tesla. We got just out of curiosity. Right at that 382 right now, pull back. Hadn't really retested this area. It's pretty nice support too, this area right here. You can see nice little support area right in there. So wouldn't mind this coming back down like towards the 5 retracement and then bounce from there. Plenty of room still to go. You see what's up here. This would make sense. Nice target up in here. Anybody in Tesla long still? I know it hit did we hit that? No, we never did hit this high right here. Throw the 10 on there. Jack says, yep, got in at 255.60. So right about break even, Jack. Got in the break of that double bottom. 255.60-ish. Roger. I mean, we're right there. If we did something like this, $56 could come down in here. Do something like that. Got kind of a 10 EMA setup on it right now. We got targets. Let me see on this retracement what we got. So this retracement off of this head and shoulders, we could very easily get up in here. I like it. The dang Qs. I don't know if the dang Qs, it's on its own program, obviously. But yeah, man. Let's see what we got here. Let me see where my stop would be. Just check out this real quick. All right, got that. 5-0. Here's, potential retest of this double bottom. We could come back down in here. I like it down in here a lot better. This is 56. I mean, that's about a $3 stop. That would be the safe bet. Have a retest come down to this 5-0 area. Mark is still long from this morning. Double bottom. Good job. It looks like Jack got in about right there too. We could get a retest like down in here. Wouldn't be too shabby. I'm going to keep an eye on this. I mean, a retest back down to the VWAP and back down to this area, break this low right here, all makes sense to me. That would be 55. We could go, want to try to lose less than an R, something like that. Let me go back to the Qs. Broke through that 5-minute 100. Okay. Woodshed says another gift. Hold on 1 second. Looking quite head and shoulderish right now. Don't know what the trend line he's pointing to, but okay. I mean, there's a lot of things in here to say, okay, a little bit of resistance right here. Still got all of this on the 3. We roll over here, then we'll get that resistance on the 5. Kind of a little bit double bottom-ish, right? Kind of in a weird place. Could be head and shoulder-ish, though. Makes sense more head and shoulder-ish up here at resistance. Go back, check out shop while I'm here. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do shop today. I don't. When we get these slow moving moves with these small candles, I mean, it looks like it should definitely go higher. Got this breakout here, going a little bit higher, maybe right into that square. Shop. Go to shop. All right. Yeah, there we go. That makes more sense. I was like, why does this look so different? Could take a double bottom out of here. It absolutely is. That's what worries me, is this support area down here, because this looks like a nice little double bottom. We'll see what the volume is. But I definitely agree. Had a double bottom here. What was the volume here? 537. Volume's not too bad coming in here. Got a little bit of bullish divergence in there. My challenge is just the SPY and the Qs, but also on the SPY, I mean, SPY and Qs, but in particular, the Qs on pre-market, we got that, if that was a real big hammer, if it was real or not, but we're right there, right? Kind of that big resistance area. You can see high here. I don't know if this is real or not, but we're right there. We are right there. So that's why I'm kind of leaning more towards a pullback right now, including Tesla back down to this area. But Tezzi's could definitely just roll over from here. Double top. We've seen double bottoms, double tops. I'm just going to keep an eye down here based on the Qs, based on the SPY. Let's go look at the VIX. VIX still got plenty of room to come down. I can take that off. Nice retest of this double bottom. Got about $1.20 right to there. And of course, too late. Let's see what happens right here at this breakout. Matter of fact, what is that? 98. $65 by we'll try it again. PayPal, $65 by 64.59. Get in PayPal in there real quick. Man, I'm slow. Slow as Mo. $65 breakouts. Got the VWAP. Just get on regular. Doesn't look too bad. Where is the POC? Thank you, Ivo. right there at the POC wouldn't be a bad breakout. Natasha, is AMD 10 EMA too close to the triple top? So when something is inside, I really don't look at it all that much, but I really haven't looked at it today because it's inside day candle, which means pretty much not very much momentum right off the bat. But let me go see what we got. 465 shaved bottom, kind of Maribozu candle right now. 465. We got average daily range already put in. We got the hourly 100 right there. We got, let's see what we got on a 15. I mean, it looks bullish to me. Got this double top, potential triple top. I see what you're looking at, but we've gone average daily range. Just got a mess underneath us for support. And yeah, I mean, I could see maybe a pullback, but it's going to be pretty tough going. I think we go higher. Just what I'm thinking. Johnny McGrath. Everybody welcome Johnny McGrath to the team. All right. Johnny M. Got another Jon, just like Johnny Guarco. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Where are you from, John? Brooke got skipped. Son of a gun. One of them Nashville boys. All right. Another Nashville trader team member. Way to go, Johnny. Are you a friend of Jeremy's previously, or let me see what this candle is real quick. 65. 65.51 makes sense to me. We could go, just to be safe, we could go 65.50 one more time. Let me get that in there. That dang ACAP, Brooke. What are we going to do? Let me get my stop order in here and my targets. I got 64.58, 59, 64.59 is my stop. I got $65.50 as my targeto. Sell 65.50, sell 64.59. Ivo, we owe you one there, brother. Way to go, dude. See, that's exactly why I love. I mean, we don't know if it's going to hit this target or not, but still, I mean, what a beautiful breakout, right? Let's check out the volume. Let me get that on there. Let me take a picture for Slack. Did anybody get in PayPal? I mean, beautiful S-curve out of here. Got to take that. I'm actually debating whether I should put my stop in the green or not. We'll give it a chance. Usually we see stocks when they break out like this from an area that's like, whew, that's so pretty. We normally see some kind of retest back into there before it goes to target. I hope it doesn't do that this time, but Got to remember the Qs and the SPY are also way on up there. I definitely don't want this thing to come down to here. So there's no reason in the world why it should come down to here. So I'll put my stop. It is in range, right? So it's gone, it's average daily range. So it couldn't be choppy in here. So that's why I'm thinking I want to lose. I'll give it some room under this wick. I mean, that wick is an obvious point for a target for retest for if it wants to come down here. Let me just see where some of my right now, I'll just leave it there. Hopefully we'll hit target before that, but 64.68 stop. 64.68 stop. You get that switched in my broker, 64.68. Shawnee, you were too slow, and Johnny McGrath met Jeremy on a hike randomly, and he got me hooked. That sounds like, yeah, you meet Jeremy and you become friends. That's like an automatic. Where was that hike? I bet you, I forget the name of that park. I forget the name of that park, John, that we used to go to. So Nancy, for me and my chart, I forgot you guys don't have Slack. So let me throw this in here. All our day trades we put in the Slack. A lot of times I'll not put things in here or forget to, but on my chart, yellow line over here, $65, that's my entry. My stop was 64.59. I've raised it to 64.68. And then my target is this wick right here at, you can see it over here, 65.60. I don't know. Can you see that? Is that big enough on your chart? On your guys' charts? I guess it depends on what size screen you have and all of that, right? Yeah, we try to make it easy for everybody. I'm going to be aggressive and move my stop up in the green. I don't want to lose at this point. I know I'm being very aggressive, but I had that win this morning, so I don't want to take, if I don't have to, I don't want to take any more from that. Plus, I don't want it to double top here. Let's call it, I like 65.08. $65.08.08 stop on PayPal in the green. $65.08 stop PYPL. 65.08. Ivo, did you get in this? I didn't even see. Okay, Ivo is in. What else? Yes, that's exactly where I went on a hike with him. Oh, wow. That's cool, John. Yeah, that's awesome, man. So while we're talking about Ariel, we talked a little bit. John, were you here yesterday? I want to thank you guys. Let me go into here. So right now, we are raising money for human trafficking. Ariel, we're supporting Ariel in their efforts. Let me go back and get you, just in case you weren't here yesterday. Let me put this in the chat pane again for you guys. But we raised like $1,000, guys, from yesterday. There's the link. Here is, let me show you this. Here's the video. So there's the video to watch. Again, holy macaronies. Woo! Nice job, boys and girls. Wow. Now that's the kind of trade we want. Ivo, I think Ivo, you're kind of new, I think. So we are going to require Ivo to stay in the room with us. Targets, hits for a nice 1.2 R trade. Let me get that in. Wow. Pretty nice day for Jonny Works. 3.2 R's. Okay, good job. Ivo, are you still in? Sorry, Brooke. Ivo is still in, guys. Yeah, my next target would be that bad boy right there. This is a target, obviously, this 3-minute 50. We got 5-minute 50 is the next target. So we got a couple targets right above us, Ivo. Got that one. We got that wick. And then we got high of the day, man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Double bottom, nice S curve out of here. Beautiful. Beauty, I say. Anyway, let me go back to this for a second. So yesterday we talked about this a little bit, and you guys stood up to the plate, and we raised like $1,000 in one day. So I wanted to thank everybody. I didn't see everybody who chipped in yesterday, but we this is what we're trying to do. So a mission for aerial recovery costs. This excites me because that mission that you just saw, I'll go back to that video. Dang it. Let me reboot here. Okay. So what we're trying to do here as we watch Ivo get like 10 R's on this, we're trying to raise $25,000 because this mission right here that saved like 12 or 13 kids, this mission, if you go watch it, we sponsored this mission. And because they were able to go on this mission, they really saved the lives of like 13 kids. Plus they busted 3 idiots who hopefully will go to jail for the rest of their life. So what we're asking everybody, if you could dig down deep and donate, we're really trying to get $50 per person. And if we multiply that times 500 people, then we will achieve our goal and be able to send Ariel out for another mission. If you can't do 50, whatever you can do. If you can do more than 50, that would be great. That'd be awesome. So thank you very much. for everybody who donated yesterday, $1,000 in one day. We only got 24 more days to go. And we'll hit our goal. So thank you, thank you, thank you. David, you missed that? Ivo, yes, almost closing. Brenda, 4.3 gain today, working on getting funded. All right, Brenda. Woo! Standing ovation for Brenda. Ivo out. Good job, brother. Spectacular trade. Thank you again. Jack Scott is in Tesla. Let me go see what Tesla. 258. I got 257.50, but I could see 258 is up here. Retest that hourly 20. Looks good. Jackaroo. Somewhere in there. Look for a trade. Nice trade, Jack. Look for an exit. Brenda's changed how I set things up using 1.2R win instead of trying to go big. Yes, ma'am. Jeremy did about 159,000 hours of back trading, and that 1.2, that's what he came up with. And oddly enough, things like to retrace a lot around the 1.2. Brooke says M&Ms. That's making me hungry. Just popped. Sorry, I was looking at something else. Day trade, we got a retest gap. We got 10 EMA right here, Brookie. Brooke, you saving all that money, I know, from your trading for a trip out here to Hawaii still, right? You're not going to let me down. Let's go look at this. 10 EMA. Let me see what we got. What is up, Adam? 192. Just looking, I like using my average daily range. 192. Did we make it down there? Made it down to $1.20. Double bottomish. The bottom of this, the opening of this candle, pretty nice place to bounce right there. That big old hunking candle with all that volume. Pretty nice place to bounce right there. Double bottom. I like it. I like it, B. You obviously got some head button right in front of us. A little bit of resistance right here. But we should be able to head back up into that 10 EMA, I think. 5-minute 50, we're above that. That's good news. It looks good. Let me go back in and check on the cues because we really haven't looked at that beautiful breakout. I'm glad we ignored this trend line and this little resistance. It just seemed like, I mean, when you look at it from this perspective after the fact, you know, double bottom, good breakout here right into resistance, came back, kind of retested, and then boom. There's that target, Jackaroo. Watch that shooting star. Make sure we don't get a bunch of volume coming out there, but Looks like the market is going higher. We should be able to hit your target there, big guy. Brooke, take out the wanna and gonna put in gonna. So scratch the wanna and put gonna. Ha! That's how you make things happen. Which one, Doug? Sorry, I'm bouncing around all over the place. Is that a 10 EMA back trade session recorded? Yeah, I don't know which one you're talking about, Doug. Kyle had a nice $1.20 first thing this morning. Since then, I gave it all back. Not all back, I hope, Kyle. So here's what the deal is, man. You go $1.20. The reason why Jeremy set up this whole system is, right, we're looking to get $1.20 on our trades, and we're trying to lose 0.7 R's or less. So that way you get to keep minimum, you get to keep 0.5 R's a day times 20 days. That equals 10 R's a month. Okay, that's the system that Jeremy has set up. Okay, that's what he does. So if you're up, everybody, and Kyle, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to everybody. If you're up 1.2 R's, right, then you have to make sure that when you set up another trade, you better have some wide stops, because your job, if this is your entry and this is your stop, there better be like a wick or something over here, because your job is to lose 0.7 R's or less if you're up, right? So you'd want to get your stop there. So that way, if you're right, you're going to add to your pocketbook. If you're come down here wrong, you're going to get stopped out for 0.7 R's, but you're going to have 0.5 R's for the day, and you're going to go home a happy camper. Give me a T if everybody is tracking what I'm talking about, because this is the essence of being a consistent, profitable trader. Everybody tracking? Kyle, again, I'm not picking on you. I'm just trying to teach everybody, because every trade we should be teaching and learning, right, something from it. So this, yeah, this should go into your plan. That should be it, right? Now I'm talking about if you're up 1.2. A lot of people, Jeremy included, says if he's up in the green, he's not allowed. If say he's up 0.01 R's, Jeremy is not allowed to go in the red. If he goes into the red, then he breaks his plan and he's going to go run around naked at Walmart. But my plan, and I think a couple other people in here, says that for me, my plan says if I'm up 0.25 R's, then I can't take another trade. If I'm up 0.24 R's, I can take another trade. And the reason being, think about this, a little bit of math here. If I'm up if I'm down 0.25 R's, right? If I'm down, or if I'm up, I'm sorry. If I'm up, Johnny's having a problem with his brain right now. If I'm up 0.24 R's, right? Again, my job is to lose less than or 0.7 or less. So if I do that, if I'm up 0.2 and I lose 0.7, then I'm going to be just up or down minus 0.50. So I can take another trade, because my plan says I'm allowed to lose 0.2 R's, not 0.2 R's, 2 R's. Man, what is wrong with my brain? If I need to explain that again, let me know. But I'll go over it. So if I get 0.25 R's or more, I'm not allowed to trade. If I get 0.24 R's, then I'm allowed to potentially go into the red, because if I lose on my next trade, I'm still only down 0.5, right? If I lose, if I'm a bonehead and here I lose 1 R, right? I'm still only down point, whatever that is, 0.776 R's. So I still can take another trade and hopefully get back into the green. Does that make sense to everybody? Give me another T if you're tracking. So what your plan should say is, your plan should say either, hey, if I'm in the green, I'm not allowed to go into the red. That's option number 1. Or option number 2, your plan should say, hey, if I'm up whatever, like Jonny says, if I'm up 0.24 R's or less, I'm still allowed to take another trade. Chuck is the only one who's tracking. Really. This is critical, man. I'm telling you. If you want to be a consistent, profitable trader, then you need to choose one of these 2 options and put it in your plan and stick to it. And that doesn't include, you're getting in, you're moving your stop, you're doing other like weird, wild things, but that's how Jeremy teaches. That's what he does. And he's a multimillionaire. So do as those do that you want to be, something like that. I hope I taught at least one person something here, because if you listen to this, it's gonna 100,000-fold improve your chances on being successful. Natasha says, if I'm in the green and set up my next trade, how do we know if the next trade would not be a loss? You don't. That's why you use those rules. Exactly, Natasha. That's why, if you're, I'm not talking to you, Natasha, but if anybody is a 50-50 trader, which is what we strive to be, at least a 50-50 trader, then that plan is going to work for you, because you're going to be profiting more than you're losing. Any trade, we don't know. That's why, at 1.2 R's, if you're up 1.2 R's, you better not be losing any more than 1 or losing 1.2, right? On any trade, you should just be losing the maximum at -1 R, right? But if you're up 1.2 R's and you lose $1, then you're still up 0.2 R's. And then you need to make a decision. Hey, I won my first one. I won my second one. Do I want to risk taking a third trade and going into the red at this point? And I can tell you, if I was up 0.2 R's, then I wouldn't be trading again on a third trade, because usually by the time you take a first trade, a second trade, and a third trade, it's usually time for the market to close. So yeah, that's that whole system. Ivo, I'm sorry I didn't follow. All right, I can go through it again. Adam says, essentially, if you are 0.25 or better, don't trade anymore on the day. That's how I do it, Adam. That's how I do it, because 0.5, I'm already profitable, and I need some kind of cutoff, right? I mean, the difference between 0.24, 0.26 is negligible, right? But I mean, at 0.25 R's, if you're up, Okay, you got money to, depending on how big your R is, you got money for dinner or whatever. Nelson says, so first trade and you lose 1 R. Am I done for the day? Not in my plan, Nelson. If I lose 1 R and I know I am just about a 50-50 trader, right? 50% win, 50% losses. Then I know my chances are that I can win the next trade, right? 50-50 chance. 50-50 chance I might lose another R. So I could go down 2 R's. And 2 R's is the maximum that I'm allowed to lose in one day. So if I lose an R, I'm not doing my job. Number one, because I was supposed to lose 0.7. If I lose another R, then I'm not doing my job and I'm done for the day at that point. Natasha says, okay, if we do 3 R's that day, rule would be don't trade anymore that day. Well, that is a business decision, right? Right now I'm up 1.8, 1.2. I'm up like 3 point something R's. And I'm personally not taking another trade today. Once we get back to it, we'll see what we can set up. But me personally, I'm up 3 R's, so I'm done for the day. It also depends on the month, right? I was barely in the green after yesterday, because I lost starting in the month. I think I lost on the mic like 3 or 4 trades. So I'm barely in the green going into today. So now I'm 3+ R's going in. So I'm done, man. Early in the month, I'm stacking my wood for Woodshed Williams, my buddy. So it all depends on your business. You should have an idea. Hey, if I'm going to hit whatever R's today, I'm done. If you're in the week and I hit whatever R's, I'm done. If you're close to the end of the month and you're at your goal, then you should be done. You should have a goal and or willing to risk to lose, because I don't think anybody in here, probably, there might be somebody. I mean, I would say the majority of people in this room right now are, probably not any better than Jeremy, right? And Jeremy is a 50-50 trader. Now, is it possible? Yeah. But he's a consistent, profitable trader at 50-50, using these rules that I'm talking to you guys about. Adam says, yes, stay in the money, take a pause. Yep, because we get tired, concentration goes away. Yeah. But Natasha, it's just like your business. I mean, I know you have sales projections. I know you have goals. It should be no different in your trading business. Matthew says, tracking the concept, but get confused when trying to apply my R value. Example, my 1.2 R value for the day is for $100 account. Let me read this again. So the way Jeremy teaches, Matthew, if you have $100 account, right? Your R should be somewhere around 1%. And that there's a lot of depends on that. So if you take 10% of 100,000, that's 10,000. 1% is $1,000 R. Now, that right there is for an experienced trader, and or you have a lot of money, right? Because our value of money is all different from each other, right? Your $100,000 is going to be quite different from Jeremy's $100,000. So that all depends. This 1% just depends on you. right? Personally, I have over $100,000 in my trading account, but my R right now is day trading R is $400. Okay, so you can see there's disparity there. What I tell all my traders that are beginner traders, especially if you have a funded account, because you don't want to blow this funded account. If you're brand new and you're not consistently profitable, I would tell you, this is just me personally, I would tell you, you should be practicing with a $50 R or $100 R. And Brooke has heard this about 853,000 times. The reason being is because if you have a $100,000 funded account and you're a brand new trader, you're probably not going to be a 50-50 trader. There are some who start out, which are astronauts that go to the moon in their trading career. But if you're not a 50-50 trader and you have a $100,000 funded account and your R is $1,000, you're going to lose this funded account like in a matter of days. So I would recommend that until you get used to 8-cap, until you get used to trading, until you are consistently profitable, then start with $100. If you're consistently profitable, let's say or you have a profitable month in July or August. Hello, we're in August. If you have a profitable month in August, then bump up your R. That should be in your plan too. Hey, my R is $100 this month. If I'm consistent, or if I'm profitable in August, then I'm going to bump up my R to $150 or $200. All this should go into your plan. You guys, you're running a business. You better be scrunching numbers and figuring out, hey, what is it going to do to keep me profitable? It's just a way to protect the gains on the day. Yep. The day, the week, the month. Is this just for day trades or swing? It's for every single trade that you do, Natasha. You should have, what your R is, and you should use that strategy that Jeremy uses. How do we combine it with swing trades? Here's your entry. Here's your stop. Here's your target. This is 1.2 R's. Boom. Right? Your swing trades, your goals for your swing trades, as far as profitability, may be different than what your goals are for day trading. That's a decision. That's a business decision. Yep. Yes, Adam. Yes, sir. Win says good traders focus on gains. Great traders focus on, I would add into that, great traders focus on limiting their losses. Kyle says stopped out on the video, down 0.66 for the day. So I'm done for the day. See, Kyle's plan says, hey, I'm down 0.66 R's. I'm done for the day. Great job, Mr. Jack. I need to go back and erase all that stuff. Beauty. Good job, my man. Good job. Win started at 20. Yep. I know traders in here who've been in here for a while who have $50 R's. Alex agrees, especially in the beginning, use a smaller R. Yep. Mike, you need to talk to somebody, because if you have a 72% win rate, most likely what you're probably doing is you're probably taking small wins, like 0.2 Rs, 0.4 Rs, whatever. You're taking smaller wins and you're probably losing too much. You're probably losing an R lot, or you're probably losing somewhere around there. Usually somebody with a high win rate, that's what we call usually a scalper, is they will take small wins, right? But what happens is they end up losing big. And if you're not making money, that's exactly what's happening. Brooke lowered her R when realized she was getting antsy. As soon as trade was, I started to pull back. It was so hard to sit on my hands and not move my stop prematurely. Yes, that is, way back when Jeremy used to talk about, I haven't really heard him talk about it very much anymore, but we used to talk about holding muscle. And holding muscle is just letting a trade go, letting it S-curve, not moving your stop prematurely, because, yeah. Last month in July, I had to adjust a few things, or I'm adjusting a few things right now, but last month I got stopped out pretty much to the penny about 6 times, and then went and hit my target. So I do have a lot of patience with my R, but I got a little bit too antsy this past month, so I'm having to go back to that focus on my holding muscle. See you later, Ronnie. Thanks, brother. Can't wait to talk to you, man. When 10 months later, I have $100 R. Very nice. Very, very nice. I take small wins at 1.2 R target per trade and keep a higher win rate. It helps me not lose out, and the trades wait for 2 Rs. Okay. See, everybody has their own little strategy. Remember the other day, if you were in here, I told you, you can learn from Jeremy, but you're not probably going to trade exactly like he does. You got to trade to your own style, because everybody, your dollar value is a lot different than Jeremy's. Your R is a lot different than Jeremy's. Where you are in the month, day, week is different than Jeremy's. You are either, a wild cowboy, cowgirl, or you're very conservative. So all those factors go into how you are going to trade. But I try to copy Jeremy as much as I can personally, just because he is a self-made multimillionaire made by trading. So if it works for him, it can work for me. Brooks talking to Matt. Jonny, JN borrowed the R system from Van Tharp. Don't know, but don't even know who Van Tharp is. But like Lucen says, it's just a process. Brooks holding strong on $50,000 count, trading only $25 at a time. It'll build back up. Been back trading $1,000 R for 2 months now, and I'm finding success. Already go into 100,000 challenge. Yep, way to do it, Brenda. That was Brenda. Thank you, Ivo. That's why we try to keep our losses small. Yep. Toops, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. Toops learned a lot about the R system. Thank you. Off to the day job. All right. Hey, man, you gotta make it your own, right? Do what's good for you, but incorporate as much as you can from people who are a lot more successful than you are doing what you're trying to do. That's my philosophy. All right. I'm sorry. Danny got stopped out on the video. Got a double topperoo now. Adam trailed out of W from a play this morning, second time playing W up. Wow. Way to crush it, dude. Everybody stand up and give Adam a standing ovation. Let's go check out the old Wayfair. I got to check out Overstock, man. I'm hoping Overstock is blasting off. Beautiful gap and go this morning. I had target up here. Initial target, we got 382. You can see well past average daily range. Still going higher, a little double top now, coming back to VWAP. So, yeah. I would be careful just from my own foxhole. I mean, this looks good, double top, come back. Let's see what a retracement looks like using fibs. 382 makes sense, pull back right to the VWAP, but just be careful on this because it's a very strong gap and go, right? Can it pull back right to this 5-minute 50 VWAP 382? Absolutely. It's pretty far down there already, so risk reward is already kind of diminished. But if you're thinking about doing that, but great job, way to go, Adam. Let me go check out Overstock. If you guys want me to check out anything, let me know. I mean, I could trade again, but I'm probably gonna keep what I got for the day. Overstock not doing as well as Wayfair, that's for sure. Still crushing though, kind of resting today. Thought we may get a sympathy play from Wayfair, but no. Yeah, Adam, if you can throw a chart on the screen, that always helps, guys, when you're getting in a trade. Holler it out there so everybody else can see, so they can make a decision whether they want to get in or not. That is the power of this team, right? Don't be shy. Everybody loses, so you don't have to worry about if you lose or not. But, you know, it helps the team out when you say, hey, I'm getting in this. I'm thinking about getting in, whatever. Throw a chart on there. Matthew, is this is your audition account? Because once you're in your audition account, you just have to make sure you trade every 30 days. You don't have to, if you're thinking about doing a real trade. I don't know, which account are you in? Matthew, you were just in the 90-day class? No, I got in the 90. No, not in the 90-day class. Okay, so you're in your audition account. Once you make a trade, then all you have to do is make sure you trade at least once every 30 days. It's not a real trade. So audition account, you might as well just consider as a real trade. Does that make sense, Matthew? So all you got to do is when you're in the audition phase, Even when you're in the real phase, then you have to trade just every 30 days. Right here, my man. So anybody in real life trading, you can catch them who's on the staff. You just catch them at their first name at reallifetrading.com. Right there. Why didn't I just put that in the chat pane? Okie dokie. Thanks for asking, Ivo. Where is Adam's chart? Thank you, Adam. So entry was down here. Can't see your stop there, big guy. 85.70. Where was your stop? But great trade, dude. Okay. Tracking Matthew. Adam says, oh, okay, that's right. You took two trades. A buck stop each. All right, great job, man. Cameron, I've had my addition account for almost a year. I trade a $10 R. I take a trade about once a week. I paper trade on TradingView almost daily, depending on work obligations. All right, sounds good. See, everybody's, everybody's R, everybody's value of money, everybody's schedule is different, right? So thanks for sharing, Cameron. Dude, that's, yeah, man, you're going to get great experience that way. Great job. All right, let's go see what else we got looking at. Let's go see if we can find something else for you guys. So here's another just like thought process. If you're not doing this, is make sure you're journaling all your trades, because like, for instance, this one, I'll go back and look and say, okay, it hit my target. When did it reverse? So I'll go back and look and see, okay, that was the 3-minute 50, right? 3-minute 50. I look at wicks, right? And I see, okay, this wick is pretty interesting. This is a pretty interesting place when you have a wick over here and then, like a wick right over here. That becomes a great target sometimes, right? So I look at that and, okay, I put that in my memory bank. Got the 3-minute 50, which I talk about all the time, retesting the 3-minute 50. And then I'll go back and I'll look at all my candles, all my time frames. And I'll say, okay, here's good. I use my 15-minute, particularly to go for targets. So you can see why I go for my 15-minute target or wicks for targets. Then I'll go into hourly. I'll go into 30-minute, and hourly, and I'll just check out where all the moving averages are, all the wicks. And that's how you get a lot of experience in a very little time. because our brains are remarkable brains. You go look at that kind of stuff, and that's what becomes your process, right? So when you look at that and then you say, oh yeah, Jonny talks about his 15-minute chart all the time and how he targets using his 15-minute. And once you start looking at that, and maybe you might go to the 10-minute chart, I don't know, you may go to the 30-minute chart. You can use whatever works for you. Just start putting that in your memory bank, and that's how you get a lot of experience. That's how it's kind of like back trading, right? Back trading is like compound interest. You can go back trade 6 months worth of a stock, literally in like half an hour, just depending on how thorough you are. So good trade there. Let's go back into our cues. Natasha says AMD, my first trade I did 2.6, and now I got in again in AMD above triple top for a swing trade. Let's go see what Natasha is doing. We were looking at a triple top before. Where was it? I got a double top. What triple top are you talking about, Natasha? I think maybe what you're thinking is like this. Okay, gotcha. Yep. So now you're in a swing trade. Just looking at the daily. Okay, we are northbound for Natasha. Just out of curiosity, I'd like to see where my fibs takes us. So just keep an eyeball on this, Natasha, because you have one huge, serious engulfing candle from yesterday, right? And usually engulfing candles are very, very powerful. Can they get retested? Yep. Because we're right at the 618 retest right now. So just make sure this thing doesn't roll over and dump, because this one candle took out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24 candles. Pretty much. So you see what I'm saying? Look at the volume from yesterday. Is this a good support? Yep. So just make sure that if anything, you don't lose more than an R, right? Make sure you got your stop in. Make sure you don't run into a fiasco of it rolling over and then making you wish that stop was in place. Yeah, I mean, I think the market looks like the market is coming right up to that other resistance we talked about. We broke out of that, and now coming up to the hourly 10 and 20 EMA. Looks like as far as hourly candles, we got a lot of volume came in here. How come me and Danny are getting phone calls during our trading hours? I would like something for you, especially if on the cues, if we could do like something like that, Natasha, that would be awesome. I think I missed some things. Luke, John. Oh, Johnny. Johnny, would you call EVGO on the 15-minute flag pattern, or does that giant wick generate it? I've been scalping from 510 to 525 and watching for a breakout. EVGO. Thanks for asking, Luke. So we got, what am I doing? I always like to look at my average daily range first thing. Wow, what a move today. We got the 100, we got the 200. It's asking about the 15-minute flag. Luke, for me, a flag has to be like here and then, start making lower highs. I don't know that I would call this when you got this and then drop like that. And then start kind of like that. I don't know if I would call this, me personally, a flag. A flag to me has got to look something like this, right? And or pennant. So normally what my experience just tells me when, and of course, when I say my experience, it's not, nothing is ever absolute, right? In trading. My experience though, is when you get these huge gaps, and you get usually a pullback at best to the VWAP, but this to me looks weaker now than it does stronger. I mean, we're under the VWAP, probably the POC is right there because of all this chop. So the way to play chop and or channel, right, is buy low, sell high. So I don't know if I would consider this, me personally, a flag pattern. Especially on a stock like this with such a huge gap. I think probably we got a lot of people taking profits, and I would think we got to let things catch up. This small little thing was the trend before. So I think we have a lot of catching up to do. Personally, that's just me. That's just my look. Hope that makes sense. Never quit trying or learning. PayPal. Sorry, David, I'm probably like 20 minutes too late. I mean, I think the Qs now has some good potential to pull back a little bit to VWAP area. So it looks like we're coming down. Again, you got to remember PayPal, right? Early in the day, PayPal, we went average daily range, right? So once you go average daily range, can you take out the high? Yes. Can you take out the low? Yes. But that's why I don't really like trading too much once we get like in the middle, because then it lessens your risk. So we're kind of in the middle. I mean, we are making higher highs, higher lows so far. So I don't know, David, you have a really good beginning of a month, man. To me, this is kind of good. If you take this short, I mean, I could see what you're doing for sure, especially because the Qs is starting to pull back a little bit, right? A little bit of a double top here. Got the V POC down here. I guess the question for, if I was David Harris right now, I would be asking myself, okay, what am I on the day? And then realize PayPal, you're range bound, I'm range bound. So is it worth the risk to try to take it down lower? That's kind of what, that's the house where I come from. AMD is at 0.5 from today's bottom. Okay. Yeah, I was just showing you based on yesterday's bullish engulfing candle, Natasha. Ivo says, seems like it's consolidating. Yeah, anytime something is just like going sidewards, it's consolidating in that channel. Yeah. Concur. Thank you, Cindy. See you tomorrow, Win. Have a great day. Thanks for being such a superstar. Oh, you'll be back in a few. Okay. All right. So let's go look in here, see what we got going on. I mean, naturally, when you take out some targets, you're gonna pull back some, right? Retest this trend line. That's a good course of action, right? Once you get a breakout from something, come back and retest an S curve out of there. We got finally hourly. We're inside the hourly candle. I wouldn't be surprised if we threw, a wick down here and then potentially bounced. I haven't really looked too much at waves today. Today hasn't been a wavy day. I don't know. When you look at this, you got an A, a B, and a C potentially on down, right? Especially after yesterday. So we got, here's the average daily range. We kind of hit that average daily range already today. So it kind of makes sense, Mr. Harris, on, I mean, right now we are making higher highs, higher lows, but can we continue higher? Yep. But we just hit a bunch of targets. We up against resistance, and based on bigger picture, to me, let me see what we got from an Elliott wave perspective. Yeah, they're counting this as a 5, this a B, and that a C. So we got 1, 2, 3. By the way, if you're not tracking Elliott wave, Jeremy taught me that Elliott wave loves to have Elliott wave 3. Wave 3 loves to have gaps, loves to start with gaps. So based on what he's saying, I don't know if that was the 3 and this was a 4 and that was the 5. That's always the tricky thing about Elliott wave. Or this is all a 4. I mean, now what we got, if you're looking at that picture, you got I always look at, okay, who's going to be trapped? Who's the bigger trapeze? So we came down here, we trapped the bears, right? Because there were some people who went bearish here down around 373. Came up here because anybody who recently went bearish off of this, probably what they thought was a little pennant pattern. Anybody who went bearish here probably has their stops up here, and we just took out those stops. So we're kind of right in this place I don't like to be. We're hourly inside candle on the hourly. We just took out the bears. We kind of just took out and hit targets for bulls. Let's go look at volume. See, not that much. I mean, of course, this is lunchtime, right? But, we had decreasing volume going into lunch. Now we got a little bit of increasing volume coming in. I think it's at the flip of the coin. Flip of the coin time. Cameron says, still in the video, just broke down. Whoops. Did NVIDIA, I don't think is NVIDIA still inside from yesterday. My brush, my pain in the neck brush. Got a little double top there on the 3. So possible target down here, down at the 618-ish area. Look at that. Look how the 618 perfect right at those tweezies. So yeah, man, I could see this definitely coming down to that 443 area. Big guy. You're still in that short? Good job. Double top, potential double top, bigger double top here on the higher time frames. Of course, I don't think, not very many times have I seen something, oh, what a beautiful top. And then like the candle closes, it always stops right there, whatever time frame you're on. Adam says that Wayfair is at the VWAP. Absolutely. Nice pullback right to there. Yes, sir. Johnny Miller says same DT on AM day. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Yeah, it makes sense that things pull back, right? I mean, this hit that 618 perfectly. I mean, double bottom wise, we got potential to come on back and retest this area. Nice job, Johnny Miller. Or was that the retest? Sometimes they throw in sneaky retests, right? So you're saying, I bet you this was the retest of the double bottom, because you got that. That's a lot to break through. Let's see, just out of curiosity, let's throw 2 fibs in here. Let's take a fib, just out of curiosity, from the beginning or the bottom of yesterday. So interesting enough how that bottom of yesterday low to the high today comes back right to retest that bigger S-curve double bottom right there. 5-0. If we take this from this wave count from today, or from the low of today, yeah, I mean, this becomes a target for me, Johnny. You got to remember, though, it is pretty dang bullish, and a pretty dang bullish trend. So if anything, I'm sure you can get at least $1.50 down to there, right? That looks nice. How much? Where's your target, JM? Back to the VWAP. Yep. Did the POC move up? POC right there. Let's see what we got below. Yeah, you got this value area. This is mega resistance area. I mean, we broke right through it on all this volume in here where these POCs are. That is my concern when you see that and you're in such a strong trend. You know, AMD's kicked our A a few times in the last week. So yeah, I would just I guess what I'm saying is, if it was me, just me, I would be, because I'm kind of conservative anyway, I would be looking to get my probably 1.2 Rs. If I could get that down to here, down to this hourly 20. How much profit can you get right down to here? Down to the hourly 20 or hourly 100, I'm sorry. Retest this hourly 100 right here. Yeah, I mean, just depending on where you are for the month. I mean, are you up for the month, and are you up nicely? Are you down? I mean, if you're down, if it was me, I'd be taking profit here. If it was, if I was only up a little bit, I'd be stacking wood. If you're up like 2, 3, 4, 5 Rs, then you can risk more, obviously. So again, a business decision, right? You're down for the month. Just for me, Johnny, this is like, if I was down a little bit for the month and I had the opportunity to go up into the green, I would take it and run. That's just me, though. Because we could throw a wick down below this, take out that wick right there, this area. Kind of is a nice, I'm not trying to talk you in or out of anything. I'm just trying to point out different things. Kind of nice little place right there. Making sense. Anybody take anything on the low? I know Cameron's in NVIDIA, so that's probably looking pretty good. Where's NVIDIA? That's how we roll, Johnny Miller. We're a team, man. We do it together. Because two eyeballs can't think and catch everything, right? Adam's back in Wayfair. Long on Wayfair. Sounds good. Hopefully we'll get a bounce here, big guy. I have a small win on Rivian upon touching the EMA. Pretty nice day today, Ivo. Pretty nice day. Nice. Very nice. Didn't fill this gap all yet. That is an hourly gap too. Yep. Doesn't have to fill it right now, but maybe tomorrow. Nice double bottom on the hourly. Wow. Right off of that. Whew. Man, what a gorgeous trade. This thing. Probably something like this. Here, shave bottom. Stop there. Nice. Very nice. Michael P with the short on the QQQ. Where at? Throw the charts out there. Throw the numbers. Help us learn, Michael P. EMA, you would have been triggered in right there. Stop there. That looks pretty nice right there. Ronnie is shorting Meta. Man, you guys are jamming. I got Ronnie. I don't know where you're in, what you're doing, but I got double bottom, breakout, came back, kind of retesting potentially right now. Just be careful this area. I don't know what your target is, but this could be potential bounce area. Where are we on the hourly? Hourly, you can come down a little bit further, bounce down in here, down around the 313.5. Almost. That's good. That's a pretty good little resistance right there. Come on down, Shorty Town. Just keep an eyeball on this 50. What happens here? We got, take a couple fibs. I was going to say should be close to the 786. We're kind of right at the 618 right now on this. And then if you take this entire trend, we shouldn't come down here. I mean, if you come down here, then you're good all the way down, because this double bottom right here really should hold up right here. Keep an eyeball on that. That looks good for you. Thank you. $314.55. Yeah, I mean, if the whole market, Adam, is pulling back, W might be coming down. Carlos, what's up, man? I'm hanging out and listening. I am here for the open house vibes. Sounds good. Thanks for joining us, man. Cameron stopped out. You're trailed out, Cameron. If you made some money, you're trailed out. Adam, Wayfair, entry, stop. Nice. You're banging that. Look for my come to Hawaii and hang out with Jonny and coach with Jonny package coming out today. Came out in the email. I do believe. Indubitably. Right there. Come hang out with me, man. Come coach with me. You get coaching with Jeremy and his awesome wife, Svetlana, and the awesome Dr. Gina Morishige, stock crushing machine, holistic health guru. She is the bestest. I'm on Gina's program right now, and wow. What a difference a day makes, man. I am feeling, I came off all my vitamins, came off all my glucosamine. I'm feeling good. Way to go, Ronnie, breaking. Look like we're trying to break that trend. You've been watching the spider at 450. Makes sense. We pull back there, right, Carlos? $450 on the nose. Ivo's red for the day. What? That PayPal trade took me. I took yesterday for a swing. Blew in my face this morning. Missed the PT 4 cents on the close yesterday and got caught on PM fallout. We'll get it back, man. All you got to do is find more of those day trades like PayPal for us. Brenda loves trading the Qs. You can, Brenda. It's called the NDX. Michael, yep, exactly what I did. Michael there. I actually traded an ACAP, but used the NDX. Yep. Brenda says Meta has not crossed the VWAP trending down yet. That was a few minutes ago. Now it has broken that trend, looking good. Ronnie. Jason, wow, everybody's coming out now and talking. I love this. Nice double top there, Jay. Beautiful play there, dude. First day trade ever? Wow. Super job, man. Everybody stand up and give Jason a round of applause, please. Super job, my man. Tracking Adam, yep. Nice job, Ronnie. Everybody give Ronnie a round of applause. Beautiful job, my man. NDX, got it. And then if you want to trade the SPY, that's the SPX, SDX. Yeah, the SPYs. The SDX. Adam's going on lunch. All right. Have a great lunch, my man. Yep. All the big guys. Thank you, Ann. All the big guys are going to be reporting tonight. Danny says, watch the Diz. What's the Diz going to do, Big D? Looking like a nice place for a double bottom here for sure. We got small chopperoo. One, two, three. Wow. 4, 5. Man, today is the day of phone calls. No, I don't want to talk to you. Retest gap, $1.65. Got that target there, $1.65. Somewhere up in here, or somewhere down here. I like this target down here. Like the potential on a double bottom here, a bigger double bottom. I don't know if Danny's thinking about a bounce here or going short. Danny, what are you talking about, man? 86.15. $86.15. You talk about bouncing out of here? Looking long. Good ESPN news. Interesting. What is the news, my brother? CEO prefers to mistaken considers if you can't reach a deal, citing unnamed person familiar with. Okay. That's good news. Yeah. Good stuff, brother Bings. I like it. You're going to take this high out of here? I'm going to wait to see if we can get a double bottom and see, since we got this big wick, see if we can trap some more bulls. See if we can get a double bottom maybe that comes something down here, takes these guys out and then go. That's an alternative. Thank you, dude. Wes, can't blame you, man. 450 makes a lot of sense to me, dude. MES. Don't even know what that is. Nelson, are you playing Mitsubishi? Can't be this. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Good job. Just making sure I get caught up. Brooke talking about Disney. Nice job, Brenda. Great job. Futures. Yep. Tracking. Disney. What you gonna do when they come for you? Trap bulls, trap bulls, trap bulls. That's what I'm gonna do. Got plenty of room to go either way on the Diz. One would think, I don't know, if the market, the SPY hitting that 450, we may be coming downtown, Shorty Brown. Yep, tracking. Carlos, thank you. Yep, Nelson, Carlos, electronic S&P is what ES stands for those. New for futures. All right. What do we got? What do we got? A little bit of divergence happened there on the old Diz. Great timing, David. Let's go see what David did. I gotta go put my trade. Hold on, let me go put my chart in my journal. Save this chart. Man, you guys are very chatty today. I love that. JG, where's JG? Man, today's the 3rd. Let me just put this chart in here. And I'll be done with my duty for the day. All right, I got that. Let's go see what David did. I can get rid of this now. David 6509. By 6563. Nice. Nice as a spice on a rice. Right there, brother. I mean, anything goes down here, right? So I mean, minimum I'd go for that wick right there. But I mean, if the market is cruising, that looks good. Congrats, dude. Wow, David, you're having a great month, man. Keep it up. Keep that in the green. $5. That's it, Wes? What the heck? Really? $5 for 400 December put on the Spider. Adam says, Johnny, on double bottom, is there any logic to how many bear candles precede it? In other words, is a double bottom or double top strength indicated by the amount of bears or bulls? I would say that's spot on, man. So what Adam is asking is double bottom. Let's just talk about double bottom, right? Double bottom is a reversal chart pattern. So if you have support here, my favorite place is to have a bunch of bears coming down, coming down, coming down, and they hit that spot, right? And you bounce up usually to the 10 EMA coming down, and then everybody will take profits here. This will come down, retest, and everybody says, hey, man, I mean, we bought here. I'm going to buy again. So yes, a double bottom strength is in the bears coming down, right? Because when the bears come down to here, the bears have to buy to close. And buy is the important word here. Buy to close, right? So they buy to close. That causes the stock to go up a little bit in price, comes down, hits that 10 EMA, and anybody who was bullish down here, right? They want to take some quick profits. They'll take profits right up there, usually at that 10, and boom sauce, boom sauce. Great description, Adam. The answer to the question is yes. Is everybody tracking on this, what I just was talking to about Adam, right? Everybody understand that? Ivo, you tracking? Thanks for answering. So same thing, right? When you're coming up to resistance, right? On a double top, same thing. Got to trap them bears. That's what causes the emotions. The emotions are what cause people to buy or sell stocks. Correcto mundo. So Adam, great point, my brother. SPY, great number too, right? 450 makes a lot of sense. That's resistance up here, and you got buku bulls trapped, right? So the more this thing comes down, the more emotional these bulls get and say, holy crap. And they may consider selling off because they want to keep profits in their pocket, right? That was the double top. The problem with this, and this often happens, you get a double top after you get a double bottom. So who wins here? Who wins? Do these bears, right, that all went bearish, are they freaking out, right, because we're coming up with this double bottom? Or now is everybody going southbound, right, after this little double top. I don't know, man. I don't know. Tough call. Tough call. Carlos, I love to see a massive relative volume bar on that second bottom wick for the pattern. So if I think I know what Carlos is talking about, is if you have double bottom, right? We'd like to see huge wicks down here, huge volume wicks, because that means all these bears are getting out of their position and some people are starting to buy. So if you see a big volume stick down here, that's a good indication that all these boys and girls are getting out of their position, and it could be exhaustion volume. I've had enough. I'm getting out of my position. Thank you, Carlito. Cindy K, you don't get what? Mike K says, is it just a number of candles or strength of candles? Volume, I would think, is stronger. Well, great question, Mike. I totally agree. The volume has a lot to do with it, right? Because any kind of support, right? Support and resistance, they're meant to be broken, right? If you got a bunch of bears coming down here and you don't see anybody buying to close their position, if the volume is low here, then good chance it's going to do something like this, this, and then this. Great point, Mike. You don't get double bottom strength. I'd have to get on to the mic with you, and we can come on the mic if you want to. You want to come on the mic and talk to me? We can. That's probably the best way to work through it, because after what I explained just now, I don't know what you're confused about. And I'm confused, you're confused. You want to come on the mic and talk to me? She might be on her laptop and not be able to, or something. Sometimes she's out and about. Throw me a T if you're tracking on the what we just talked about. Throw me a T. Throw me a C if you're confused, if you would, ladies and gentlemen. Cameron's got it. Nelson's got it. I can't. I have to leave in a couple minutes. Okay. We can do a Zoom, Cindy, if you want, or we can do some other time. Can you explain a little bit more what you don't understand? Ivo says Tesla is just FYI for you guys who don't know Cindy. She's a pro trader. She's been with real life trading just about as long as I've been. So she's a great human being. Whoops, I didn't want to move that. The depth of the double bottom makes sense as far as strength. The depth of the double bottom makes sense as far as strength. Let's see what we got here. The strength comes into who is getting trapped. So, and I don't know, this to me isn't the greatest. I mean, this is a double bottom here, if this is the one you're talking. So you got good support right here. You got a bunch of bears that came into this, right at, broke down through support, came back up, retested support, broke down and came back up. So the majority of the bears were trapped, right? That's where the strength comes in, because if these bears are all getting out of their position, right? And then the buying comes in, you come up here, you retest the EMAs, you come back, you retest, and everybody says, wow, it's at a great place to buy, right? And it takes off again. If you look at the POC, you can see yesterday's POC was right where after we launched. Let me take off some of these lines so we can see it here. So after we broke down this support area, right, we broke up, the bulls came in, and then look at, this is the value area right here. This is where everybody, all the volume is coming in and out, pull back and take off. So the strength comes with whoever the most bulls or bears trapped. So right now, if you start pulling back, right now, all these bears have already pretty much been taken out, right? So now you got a bunch of bulls that are in. So are these bulls going to get trapped if we put in a double top here and then come down? Yeah. The strength of the move is whether you have bulls or bears, because they're buying and selling, they're driving the price of the stock one way or the other. I think this was pretty strong double bottom, because you got all these bears who are potentially trapped, right? Anybody who still hasn't got out, they got their stops. They have their stops here or here or here or here, right? And so these guys and girls, depending on where their stops are, the higher we go, right, they're freaking out and they're buying to close their position, which is driving the price of the stock up. Roger that. Let's go check in the SPY. The SPY. So a little double top. Yeah, I mean, to me, it seems like this double bottom, we got a bunch of bulls just came down to this little support level. I mean, it's pretty good little bounce area right here. We'll see who's in charge. To me, it looks like the bulls. This is a big psychological number, though. This 450, this tiny little double top may be stronger than this bigger double bottom, just because this is a pretty big psychological number. But right now, you got all these bears. Based on yesterday, all those bears are probably starting to get a little agitated, right? A lot of them have their stops, I think, up here. And I think that's where the market is driving to. I think the market potentially is driving up into that price. That's just my thought. It works 50% of the time. All right, let's go see what PayPal. We need to get this win for David Harris. It's a nail biter, Mr. Harris. Because, everybody got in like kind of where you're going to get in. And inevitably what happens is if this is where everybody got in, then inevitably, if you're coming down further, it's going to do something like that. Or Roger Dodger. So at least I can't lose. Yep. Good job. Good job, my man. Wayfair. Yeah, I mean, we talked about it earlier. I think it's just coming back to catch up down here. I mean, you could do, is that a 10 EMA right there? Retesting the 20, are we? Got you, mosquito. Man, mosquitoes love to crunch on me. I'm a mosquito magnet. We're under that 5 minute. That's a pretty big deal. We'll see, because we haven't even touched this as a first time. I would think we may get a pullback now. Because the other thing is, you don't have to just drop out of the sky. You can do something like this, right? And let the trend catch up. A little bit of Dow theory, right? A little bit of public participation, distribution, and then either go down or go up from there. That's what I'm kind of thinking that we are on the Qs. Could even be, if we bounce from here, I mean, all this could be distribution, but this kind of shows a better picture of Dow theory to me. I mean, if we break down tomorrow, then we're done. But I'm thinking this is all public participation, and then Dow theory chop. This may be hard to trade if we're going into distribution in here. I was thinking back here, we were going into distribution. So we did go a little bit, but then we broke out of that. But I'm thinking this on the Qs, right up here. It would make more sense. We did this up about 400, but I don't know, a little concerned about, I don't like when we're in big old distribution mode. Let me just out of curiosity see who's coming in today. What is today? Oh, Thursday we got Danny's coming back, but right after me, I think Mr. Pollock is coming in. Yep, Mr. Pollock's going to talk more about options, and then the big D at the Pivot Podcast. And then the big, Tony Pollock is doing Swing Room today. That's right. Jeremy is traveling back to Nashville. And then, all right. Wow. Not many times does Jeremy do Fridays close. So we got a treat. Cindy K says, so is correction the same as distribution? I have no idea, Cindy. I would say no. I mean, a correction to me is lower low, lower highs, lower lows, which it's kind of doing right now, and pulling back to like a fib area. That would be a correction to me. Distribution to me is more of just a chop city. I mean, could you do this? Certainly. I don't get caught up really in things, what things are called necessarily, but I think if we make a lower low tomorrow and close down below this candle, I think then we are going into correction phase. Because let's go look at this. This is about, wrong one. Just out of curiosity. That's about 4%, 4.25%. About the same kind of pullback, same area. But look at this. We closed down there and then cruised on up. So I think this is kind of interesting. Retested the 20 and bounced. David B says Tesla trying to break. What's IB, big guy? I'm horrible. Trying to break yesterday's high. That little green tick mark there is my automatic yesterday's high. Inside bar. Yeah, certainly is. Cindy says probably to the 50 this time, maybe. That definitely, I would think, would be a target faux show. I'm just looking at this, just this nasty looking place that if I was in here, S curve, S curve, S curve for sure. And see, we have, we'll see if we, I think if, like I say, out of this S curve, because we're really still bullish. Depending on where we close today, if we get a lower low tomorrow, then we're S curving down. And I think that probably is going to be one good target, but yeah, I agree. The 50 is going to be our first target. And I would think that's going to be the next target. Pretty interesting how that 10 weekly 10 is right there. Should put that on our chart. Because this target becomes kind of a no-brainer where you were talking about. Weekly 10. And then we got the weekly 20 coming down. monthly. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think we could come down here and then just roll out of here. I don't think it's going to be a situation that we're coming down here, me personally. But yeah, we got 6-1. Let's go see what we got here. Just out of curiosity. We got this daily gap down here, 382 we could fill. Just so happens to coincide with this double bottom neckline. I would disagree with you, Lucen. Because distribution, you can get distribution and then break out bullish. So I would say it doesn't necessarily, to me anyway, I don't know. Again, I don't really care what things are called, but we could pull back. We could just chop. This could be like a pennant. And after this huge run up could be a public participation and then break out. That's just my experience. So, but I know what you're saying. And sure, just like accumulation, I mean, accumulation, you can continue down or you could break higher. But Dow Theory says what they say is that in public participation and then you get distribution, big institutions are trying to push the price down lower so they can buy it down here and then do that. But so I see what you're saying. I guess what I'm saying is that, yeah, despite names, you could get a pullback and then it run back up. W, what do you want it to do, big guy? You want it to break down? Still coming. Still a coming. Tesla is way extended on the upside. That it is. Where the heck is it going, man? Not back up to $10. Wow. I guess heading towards up in this target area. $15-minute 100. See where this fib is. $618 is right where that target is too. Probably going to hit this. Maybe we're running out of time though. It's almost already, what is that? 3 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock Eastern time. Look back. Doesn't even have to pull back. 200 target for today, maybe. Yeah, good job, Brenda. Good job. Whatever happened to David's PayPal? Come on, man. We need it to roll over. Don't like that, David. Where is this trend line? It's going to be a close one, big guy. There's your channel. But yeah, I don't know. This is a pretty good looking little support area too. Where's the volume at? Probably the POC, a lot of volume probably down there, a lot of bulls buying. Oops. Nice value area down here. So that's a little worrisome. Nelson says, I have some doubts about the 10 EMA strategy. The initial requirement is that it breaks the high low of the previous day. That was, yeah, Jeremy still doesn't, I don't know if he does at all, but I don't think he does Nelson trade inside days. So yeah, if you're on an inside day, what is the 10 EMA strategy? 10 EMA strategy is when you have the 10 and the 20 and the 50 in a nice trend, right? But can you get that when you're an inside day candle? Yeah, you can get that, but you know, usually that's going to happen like up in here or up in here. So 10 EMA strategy is a momentum strategy. You got to remember that. And when you have like an inside day candle, the reason why Jeremy made that a rule is because you really, on the bigger picture, you don't have any momentum, right? The momentum, if this is a bearish candle, right? Momentum is if you get like a nice gap and go up here and all these bearish people are trapped and they have to buy to close their position and you get a blast off. That's the essence of the 10 EMA strategy, is that momentum play. Let me get rid of all these lines. So yes, I agree with you. Like I pretty much, Jeremy's famous quote in particular on Tesla is when you're trying to day trade Tesla on an inside day candle, you might as well shoot yourself in the foot with, no, he said it's like shooting yourself in the foot with an arrow that's been dipped in scorpion venom. So yeah, I mean, sure, inside day candles, you know, they have double bottoms and that can cause momentum, right? That's why inside day candles, I'll look to play at the highs and the lows, not necessarily like in the middle. All right, little stack the wood. Stack the wood there, big guy, big DH. Nelson, does that make sense? I mean, can you make money on inside day candles? Yeah, you can make money all day long, but that's why I haven't said yet that I'm not trading inside day candles, because I think this is a good scenario where you had Tesla just come down to support area and have a double bottom. So in that kind of situation, I will trade. or up here if you get like a double top and it never broke, say, the high. But I'm kind of steering away from inside day candles as much as I can. All right. Carlos says Tesla is literally the only ticker. It's on its own program, Carlos. It does what it wants, right? Absolutely. Absolutely, tootly. I mean, when you think about this too, like, look at this. You got really inverted head and shoulders. Broke that neckline. And then you got a double bottom here. Down in this area. I think that's why it's ripping. I wish we could catch all these things right when they're happening. That's why trading as a team is so important, guys, because one person, especially a moderator who is trying to keep 20 plates spinning at one time, you guys can be a big help because you can see things that, you know, others don't see. All right. We got Amazon. I was just wondering what Amazon did after this. Hit that target. Right there. Beautiful place for a pullback on Amazon. Not a lot of people have been trading Amazon that much lately. It's a tough one. It is a tough one. Carlos says, my main watch is Palantir. Haven't even looked at Palantir today. A big old mess. Inside day mess. If anybody wants this, see these tick marks that automatically marks the high and the low of the day? It's in your indicators if you want it. Called last high and low level. It's by Harry Potter. Why not? If you want that, I keep that on my chart just to keep me rocking and rolling where the highs and the lows are. Got to look at average daily name. Average daily range. $1.06. It's called Last High and Low Level by Harry Potter. You got to go to your community scripts. $1.06. So yeah, man. Just a big mess today. It has been on a rage. Oh, nice, Mike. Can you share that? with everybody who has toss? That'd be great. I need to find one that has. Mike, are you a programmer? Can you write this one? I'd love to get one. I used to put them on manually, but I just got too many manually things going on. But I'd love to get one on the highs and lows of post-market, pre-market. I used to come in like before I started trading, and I used to do this, take the high of pre-market and mark that. I used to do that like with a dark green line, and then take the low of pre-market. That would be very helpful too, man. Natasha, girlfriend, you go to indicators, click on community scripts. Oh, last high, last high, right there. And then put a little asterisk by it. By Harry Potter, our favorite friend. Yeah, that's what this is, Mike. This is previous day, high and low. You can see previous low, previous high. Same, Luke. I agree. Yeah. I got now, I don't know. There's also an automatic indicator that puts on like your moving averages, but I only like to have so much on my screen. So I kind of do my own, but it's all manually. There's a multi-period. Holy cow. Is that for pre-market? Is that trading view pre-market, or is that toss? Oh, that's your previous day toss. Thank you very much. My venison was awesome, man. Whew. Thank you for asking. That venison from Maui, man. My wife made a stew out of it, and whew, that was good. Thank you, big guy. Hey, one more time, guys, because man, I'm just such a believer in it. If you could do whatever you can do to go in and help us with this $25,000, look at us. We got previous to yesterday was 8,000, or previous to today, before yesterday morning, it was like 8,000 bucks. We're at 9,250. If you could go in here and you don't have to do 50 bucks, if you could just do whatever you can do, then we would appreciate it so much. Go in and look at this video too, if you got a chance. One more time. I just, this is taking kids off the streets, right? Really saving their lives. A lot of these kids, they go through all that trauma, and yeah, a lot of them end up not in very good shape. If you guys could go and donate, it'd be much appreciated. So much appreciated. So coming down, and this is what Luke was saying. Remember, we drew those that trend line. So you got touch point here. You really got touch point here on pre-market. You got touch point here, and then we broke above, came down, and retesting this trend line. So this looks like an area for potential bounce. Either that, or we're going to stay on the downside of this trend line and continue down, I think. Let me pull up my participants, get ready for Tony. He's always around, Mike. He's maybe not necessarily here in the room at the time, but yeah, you can reach him at matt@reallifetrading.com, or you can reach him on Slack. He is I don't know if you know or not, but he is an owner, part owner of Real Life Trading. Did you know that, Mike? All right, let's go see what we got going on. Let's go see Shop. Shop really never did anything. We're looking at it this morning, and glad it didn't get wicked into that. We were looking at this double bottom, remember that? And then looking at this area down here. Finally coming back a little bit. This double bottom right here would have been the one, I guess, to take, have a stop down underneath here, but even as such, that would have been good risk reward. My target would have been probably back to the VWAP. Finally double bottoming, but it got beat up big time. So we'll see. We'll see if we fail here or we continue higher. Let's look at volume. Not bad volume. Almost 0.5 mil each in here. All right, guys, my day is about to come to a close. I'm done trading. I'm not going to be doing diddly squat. I got a meeting with one of my besties, Gina Morshige, doctor, one each. Carlos, nice talking to you. Nice virtually meeting you too. Glad you guys had a great day. Tony's going to come in and see if he can get you guys into a few maybe option plays.
Yeah, man. I'm pumped. I'm excited to go, man.
Ready to rock.
Ready to rock.
How you doing today, my brother?
Doing great. Another green day so far, and looking to add if I can get a setup. So
all right. I'll let you rock and roll because I'm going to go
brother.
chow.
Sweet.
Let me get you the share in. Let me get you the hosty. You are ready to rock.
Sweet.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. We will talk to you tomorrow. Aloha Friday. See you until then.